everybody. My next guest stars in the NBC series Ed. Please welcome Tom Cavanagh. Very nice to have you on the show.
Very nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, I understand on Ed, there's been some big guest stars that
Yes.
you've had.
Oh,
This is big. I mean, because that's the one thing you want to have in TV these days, the big guest stars.
You want to have the big guest stars, and so we get not the big guest stars, so we get the second big guest stars. We got recently Clay Aiken.
Now, Clay Aiken.
They're laughing.
I mentioned him earlier in the show in a very affectionate way, I thought, and then they misinterpreted it.
That was my reaction, and it didn't go over very well. I learned a couple of things. I learned that it's not Clay Aikens.
Did you call him Clay Aikens?
Twice.
Were you thinking of the old actor Claude Aikens by any chance?
You know, actually, I wasn't.
Oh, okay, sorry, I went there. And you
nice,
didn't.
nice.
So you didn't even bother to learn his name?
I just thought it was Aikens. I don't know why, and here's the thing, but that wasn't the gaffe. The gaffe was this, and he leans over and goes, actually, it's Aiken. I'm like, I'm sorry, I've never even watched Survivor.
And then he wept like a child.
He wasn't so happy, but you know, what are you going to do?
He's Clay Aiken. I have to say, well, you know, he's a big star right now.
He's huge, yeah. And he's very rich.
Yes.
And very tall.
Is he? I didn't know that.
It's the weirdest thing, because I kind of thought that he would not maybe be like, he's like a 6'7" guy.
I hear he's over 10 feet high.
He's a giant.
And he has a very sweet odor, I hear.
You know, that's true, too. And yet they don't want you talking about that. Funny, isn't it?
I like to mention these things as often as I can.
You're the vanguard of entertainment.
Who else did you have?
We had, you know, we had Burt Reynolds, which I thought was just amazing.
Wow.
Burt Reynolds is huge, in my opinion. And, he's great. He's fantastic. Wow. And he's, you know, he's old school, too. He's a strong man. And you know, Burt used to be a stunt man. And we had heard that Burt doesn't pull his punches. And literally doesn't pull his punches.
Like if he's in a fight scene, he really... I've heard that too.
Had you heard it?
I heard that too, that he really throws a punch.
Right. So so we wrote a scene with, you know, Josh Randall, who's a pretty big guy, plays his son on the show. And we wrote the scene where Burt, you know, gives him one of these, you know, but we thought, well, we'll just see how he does it. And sure enough, on the day, you know, he was supposed to give him this little love tap, and it was just like, and literally, it sounded like a gunshot echoing through the studio, and it was great because I'm there. I'm like, ha ha, Burt cracked you. And then the very next scene is Burt showing me some like hold moves, so that, and I kind of thought, well, he's not gonna hurt me.
I'm Tom Cavanagh.
Hand holds, like this kind of thing. I tell you, Conan, I was like, I was on the ground like that, and he's like what, 55? He was killing me.
He's actually 82 years old.
82 years old. You know, he had the grip of a 55-year-old.
And then I heard the worst part is that Clay Aiken
comes in
totally slapped you around for a while,
and then sung about it.
So, and then sang a song.
So not a good day.
Yeah,
not a good day at all.
And then won an episode of Survivor at the end. So
exactly. Yeah, he's Hollywood's golden boy.
Was Burt a nice guy?
Burt was exceptional guy, nicest guy, kindest guy, really generous.
Never met the man, but one day I will.
Class act.
Now I want to ask you a question. I know you're from Canada.
Yeah, you're going to Canada.
What part of Canada are you from?
In February, no less.
Yes,
it's
next week.
Very brave of you.
I thought it was the thing to do. It seemed like TV magic to me at the time.
Canada in February.
America's like, what the hell are you doing? But I'm curious, what is it going to be like? I have no sense. What's it going to be like when I go up there?
You know, you're a huge celebrity, and you know, in Canada.
So can you just say that one more time? And to camera, because I want rolling tape on this.
Conan O'Brien is a huge celebrity.
Wow, that's great.
Celebrity.
Yeah, thank you. No,
No, you are. You're massive. You're huge, and you're also a huge celebrity.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Aiken-sized. Yeah.
They call it Aikenian.
Aikenian. I'm Aikenian in my size. Yeah.
Aiken-like. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the script. So you're going to go to Canada, and you know, my experience up there with people are not impressed with. Celebrity.
They just don't care.
I was once shooting a television show in Alberta, one of the Canadian provinces, in Edmonton, and there's this very well-known actor in Canada named Michael Hogan, and we were in a local video store, you know, video rental store, renting a video, and they actually happened to have this Michael Hogan Week promotion going on. So there were posters of all these movies that Michael had done, just all over the video store, and I'm like, dude, it's you. They got posters all over. And so he's like, oh, well, you know, you got to say something to the cashier. So we're checking out the movies, and, you know, I'm like, come on, you got to say something. So finally he relents, and he says, see, you're having Michael Hogan Week. And she's like, yeah, oh, yeah. And he says, well, that's me. And she's kind of checking the stuff out. She kind of looks up. She's like, "Oh, that must be nice for you, eh?" Just the kind of thing. And you know,
what
so
a nice thing for you.
Feel like,
so you think I'm going to get that kind of treatment?
People are going to go, "Oh, you're quite tall."
Yeah.
I think sort of maybe that sort of thing.
I disagree. You know? I think people's eyes are going to melt. They're going to be so excited. Literally melt out of their heads, like, in the first, in the first Indiana Jones movie.
Indiana Jones.
Their eyes are going to come out of their head.
But the first thing he says in that is like, "It's beautiful." So I think you'll get that first. "He's beautiful," and then his mouth, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going so far?
Oh, I think it's going really well. Remember, this show tonight is on a 45-minute delay.
Nice.
We're going to show an old episode of Gilligan's Island during this whole...
Double up Matt Lauer.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Matt Lauer song twice, maybe.
Hey, you always bring us a blooper, and we're pretty much out of time. But can we set this up pretty quickly and show it?
Really quickly, you know, this Friday is a kind of a big emotional. Carol and Ed are getting together, so you know sometimes there's tension on the set because it's emotional, and I tried to keep things light. So I
like to play little jokes.
I like to play little jokes. Yes.
I like to insert those things every now and then in case anyone at home is real slow.
I appreciate that.
You joke man, play joke on people.
Good for me. Funny.
Yeah.
So basically, this is like me trying to keep things light when we had a kind of an emotional kissing scene.
All right, let's take a look at this this blooper from Ed.
Oh my God, you're the grossest ever. The worst thing is I'm going to see this on Letterman.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, sure.
On Letterman, huh? Well.
We didn't really think that we could get the Conan show.
Yeah.
Too much to hope for,
I guess,
really.
yeah, right. We'll get Letterman, and then if we're really lucky, we'll go on Conan.
Killing me. You're killing me here.
No use wasting time on that second-tier Letterman
listen,
show.
Let's
hope for the crown jewel.
Letterman's not going to Toronto, my friend.
Exactly,
right.
That's right.
Exactly right.
He couldn't get Toronto in February.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. The season finale of Ed airs Friday night at 9.
Yes.
On NBC. Thank you so much
Always
for being here.
Good to have you here.
Tom Cavanagh. We'll be right back with Paul Tuttle Sr., Paul Tuttle Jr., Mikey Tuttle.